to my motto, nothing's ever holding back.
Before we get into it today, I want to take a moment to mention a new sponsor of the podcast, Outlap. Outlap is a performance lifestyle apparel brand built around the moments before it matters. The focus, the preparation, the quiet work that happens long before results show up. It's not about hype or noise, just considered essentials designed to be worn in the headspace where you're getting ready to perform, whether that's on track, in training, or just locking in for something that matters to you. The Foundations range is now live, including the Arc Statement Tee, the Wordmark Tee and the Arc Cap. You can check it out at outlapshop.com. And now let's get back to the episode. Welcome back to the Lone Road iRacing podcast. I'm Guy Robertson, and as we move midweek into week 2 of season 1 2026, it's time to talk about something that's becoming impossible to ignore. By now, things should start to kind of settle down. Drivers should be more comfortable, race quality should be improving. Instead, it feels like survival mode. This week, I've mainly raced the F4 at the new Adelaide Street Circuit. Over the last few days, you'll already know exactly what I mean if you've raced it as well. Race after race, there is a huge portion of the field, and I'm probably talking close to 70%, in some splits, ends up pitting for repairs, towing, or limping home with broken suspension. And that isn't just bad luck. This is poor preparation, poor track knowledge, dangerous rejoins, and sometimes even out of the pit lane. And dive bombs and blue flags, don't get me started. Dive bombs city, blue flags, they're just sticking 2 fingers up to it and going, I'm not moving out your line. So today's episode isn't a rant, and it's not about attacking rookies or D-class drivers. It's about asking 2 uncomfortable but necessary questions. What does rookie class actually teach new iRacers? And once clear skill gaps appear, why is there no way back to relearn those fundamentals? Because within the first 2 weeks of this season, the problem still hasn't corrected itself. It's exposed itself even further. So we're going to be back in a second, and we're going to get into this subject this week, folks. Week 1 chaos is expected on iRacing, with everybody joyful, especially this time of year, with the new season, the new cars, new tracks, new promotions. Week 2, chaos is giving us information. By the second week of a season, randomness fades and patterns emerge. What we're seeing, especially in the F4 at Adelaide, is not random. The same mistakes keep happening. Drivers missing braking points by massive margins, locking fronts into the same corners lap after lap, attempting passes where there is physically no room, and rejoining straight into traffic with zero awareness. At this point, this isn't about learning the circuit, it's about drivers entering official races without the skill set required for street circuits. And that's a crucial distinction. Because learning a track is one thing, understanding consequence is actually another. Rookie class exists to build foundations. In theory, it should teach basic car control, awareness of other cars, how to race cleanly, how to finish races, how to rejoin safely for you and your fellow or female iRacers on the track already, and to understand the flags and what to do when they are shown, i.e. blue flags, yellow flags. But in reality, rookie class teaches only one thing extremely well: how to avoid incidents just long enough to get promoted. And avoiding incidents is not the same as understanding racing. Many drivers unfortunately then leave rookie class having rarely raced side by side, never learn how to judge an overlap or an overtake, never had to manage risk, never truly learn how their mistakes affect others, and, as I've already said, what to do when a blue flag or a yellow flag is shown in the game or in the sim. Bad me there. They graduate with a license, but not with mastery. Week 2 of this season shows that these gaps don't magically close with time, and honestly, iRacing is not fixing this skill gap either. There's no change to rookies and how you are trained or learn how to race in the sim to be safe for the rest of us who are already in the game and in the sim. Specifically, street circuits don't forgive uncertainty. At a permanent circuit, mistakes are often survivable. At Adelaide, it's a brand new track for a start, and it's a street circuit where mistakes are terminal. Walls are inches away, runoff doesn't exist, and every decision the drivers take carries consequence. And that's why Adelaide is exposing these gaps so brutally. Not because it's unfair or it's not a good track, because it's absolutely brilliant. No, it's because it's honest. Drivers aren't failing because they're slow, they're failing because they don't yet understand when not to attack. A clean race at a street circuit is built on restraint, and restraint is a skill rookie class rarely develops. 2 weeks in, rejoins remain one of the biggest issues. We're still seeing cars rejoining at unsafe angles, immediate full throttle on cold tyres causing some of them to spin out, no mirror checks at all. They're not even checking their relative. We can have the relative up now in the new black box feed in the UI on iRacing, and zero patience. And the root cause hasn't changed. Many drivers generally don't know they're doing anything wrong. Rookie class never truly teaches that responsibility lies with you when you are the rejoining car. How much grip is lost off track and how unpredictable traffic can be behind you. So the same incidents repeat session after session. So we're going to have a short break and we're going to come back and talk about promotion without readiness. Welcome back, viewers and listeners. So here's the uncomfortable truth. You can reach D and even C class without ever learning how to race properly. And that causes me a lot of worry. You can avoid incidents without understanding them. You can progress without being prepared. Week 2 confirms that promotion does not equal readiness. And once you're promoted, there's no mechanism to step back. Down to rookies anyway, even when your racing clearly shows fundamental gaps. This is where the conversation needs to mature. Demotion shouldn't be and isn't actually a punishment. It should be an education, a skill gap, a lack of understanding that unfortunately iRacing has let you, the user of their system and sim, down. Imagine if repeated high incident weeks triggered mandatory refresher sessions, rejoin training specifically, side-by-side racing drills, and risk versus reward scenarios. You wouldn't lose progress at all. You'd actually come out of it with a gained competence. Week 2 shows that relying on they'll learn eventually simply isn't working. There's another uncomfortable truth sitting at the heart of this issue. Practice culture in iRacing is broken. Not the tools, just the mindset. Too many drivers treat practice as optional or something you do after a bad race. This week on Adelaide, I've heard people and racers saying, "My bad, I should have done more practice on the track." And this is from our fellow iRacers. By the time you're in an official session, practice is already too late. Street circuits demand intentional preparation and at times perfected driving. That means knowing braking references, knowing which curbs are lethal, knowing which corners are single file only, and knowing where patience saves more time than aggression. Yet in week 2, we're still seeing drivers discovering basic track behaviour during the race itself. This isn't learning, that's gambling, not with their own car and their own results, but all the rest of us that are on the same bit of track as these drivers. iRacing gives drivers every tool imaginable. Unlimited test sessions, ghost racing, AI racing, telemetry and replays. But rookie class never teaches how to use any of these tools properly. New drivers aren't shown how to structure practice, short stints instead of endless laps, resetting after mistakes, practicing race starts, running on heavier fuel from quali. So when it actually comes to the actual race, guess what? They're overwhelmed. The first time P1 is catching the back marker up, the back marker panics and takes P1 out. They just do not know what to do. And that's an overwhelmed driver in panic mode. Panic is the root cause of probably most of week 2 incidents across the whole series. They panic when someone comes close quickly. They panic when their tyres start to feel different. They panic when a gap appears both in front and behind, and they panic after a small mistake. Panic leads to late braking, desperate lunges and unsafe rejoins. There's also a misunderstanding of what race pace actually means. One fast lap doesn't mean you're ready to race. Racing is about your worst clean lap under pressure, not your best lap in isolation. If your pace collapses the moment after another car appears in your mirrors, you're clearly not ready. And that's not an insult, it's reality. Until rookie education emphasises preparation, pressure management and decision making, unfortunately these patterns are going to repeat every season. Not just in week 1, but well into week 2 and beyond. So what can drivers do right now? Until the system changes, responsibility falls on us, the drivers. So if you're listening to this podcast and you're pretty new to iRacing still, here's a few suggestions. Number 1, practice before racing. Look at the week ahead. What track and what combos are you going to race? Put those in the test sessions. Do some get to know that track and that combo, your braking points before the race week even starts. And then slowly introduce some AI racers alongside you, so you can feel like you're driving in a real race for points under some pressure. Finish races. Don't force results. Don't try and win lap 1. Try and finish your first race clean, no matter where you finish. Learn when not to pass. And this was the main topic of last week's podcast, listeners and viewers. So if you missed it, go back a week and find that episode. And respect street circuits. These circuits are made up of concrete and hard boards. No runoffs. Hit the sidings, your car is dead. Or you're taking out your fellow racers. Now, if you've got a little bit more experience and you also want some suggestions, then there's a few for you also. What to expect is early chaos early in the season. We've not had a new season, guess what, for 13 weeks. So sometimes we forget that there is new drivers on the service who maybe haven't got the skills quite yet to race alongside us. So we have to be a bit more patient and expect the chaos. Leave margins, protect your own race, and remember, not everyone has our experience. Clean racing is judgment, not aggression. So, closing thoughts on this week's podcast. We're 2 weeks into Season 1, 2026, and the message is clear. This isn't bad luck. This isn't isolated incidents. This is a fundamental problem. Rookie class creates licensed drivers, but not capable racers. If we want better racing, we need better foundations. And sometimes that means allowing drivers to step back so they can move forward properly. I want to thank everybody for listening and supporting the podcast, whether that's the audio version or the YouTube version. And I'd like to thank Outlap for sponsoring the podcast. Go and take a look at their sim racing apparel. You might be quite excited with it and want to buy some stuff. Who knows? This is Guy Robertson, your host on the Lone Road iRacing podcast. I'll see you on the track soon. Happy iRacing.
Whatever it takes, we're racing, we're in the zone. Whatever it takes, we push hard, never alone. I'm in the cockpit, the engines roar, hear me now. We're racing circles, got a hustle made a vow. Chasing victory, it's all or nothing on the track. Speed is my motto, nothing's ever holding back. Whatever it takes, we're racing.